Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's having a just fantastic day today. We're winding the day down. This is Assetto Corsa Competizione software, great racing software, GT series. I am Willie Owens. You are there, I am here. Welcome to WOES Broadcasting. Enjoy streaming these races. Hopefully you enjoy watching them. Wherever you may be, I hope you're healthy, happy, and safe. This race was at Suzuka, 18 drivers in the pouring rain wet. Races take place every night on the ACC competition server. Some really fine racers on there. I have to say it's pretty darn clean most of the races. And most of the races that I've done on here has been very enjoyable. I let some of the guys know that I'll be streaming the race and it'll be ready tomorrow morning for them to check out. So hopefully a couple of them, I already got one new subscriber. Hopefully a couple of them will come take a peek, maybe even hit the subscribe button. Either way, you're very welcome. And if you spend any time here or watch any of my replays, I thank you very much. And now it's time to get started. All right. We're going to switch screens here. Find the right screen. There we go. Is that the right one? I think so. As you see, it's just absolute downpour. We're going to put the HUD up so everybody can see who's in the race. You see, I started way in the back. These guys were screaming fast. And to be honest, I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't really... I ran one dry lap and then change this view here. Whoops. For some reason my my view is kind of messed up, so I apologize for that. I was running triple screens and I had to switch. Sometimes the NVIDIA bugs when you switch from screen to screen, and the aspect ratio feels a bit off. But we're gonna go ahead. We have Ortiz at first. This is a full lap. On the ACC competition servers, they do full lap, just as they do in real life. Isn't that amazing that the game actually sets up a full pace lap? Can you believe that? That's just amazing, isn't it? Not really, but being sarcastic. There's the 905 of Sagadia, Madaha, and the 775 Audi. Look how good that Audi qualified in 4th place. LF in the BMW. T Springer. Sorry, LF in the Lexus. T Springer in the BMW. Driscoll in the Audi. I don't know what the guy in the BMW is doing. Dykes and Swanson in the McLarens. Wagner in the pink Porsche. Carrasco, dark color Porsche. Robinson, Porsche. R. Silva. It sounds awful familiar. I think I've been in a race with him before. R. Mercurio in the 910 Ferrari. Actually, I think that car... Oh, we have two reddish Ferraris. D. Trail is in the Porsche. W. Owens in the Lamborghini, the only Lamborghini in this race. Jay Bryans in the 911 Porsche. We're going to start with the 6th place driver. Everyone's trying to... Wow, look at that. He's got a TC of 7. Got a lot of guys using higher TC with the wet. I did not use a wet chassis. I used a just a regular chassis with wet tires. Wow, guys kind of going all over the place here. As you see, it's not just in league races people have a problem lining up. Once we go around the bend here, it goes back to double file and everyone will start lining up properly. This race, I would say, is kind of like, hey, Big Natty, how you doing? Big Natty in the chat, aka Big James, Big Game James. Here we go. First lap. These guys going hard into the corner. Couple guys back there don't have their lights on in the McLaren. Neither guy in the McLaren has their lights on. That it looks like a BMW there doesn't, or no, Lexus right there. He doesn't have his lights on. So we're starting with 18 drivers. And if you're interested in doing this, you could do it every night, like around 7 o'clock. You just click on multiplayer. And it says ACC Competition Series. And that will give you CP points in your statistics as you race those races. And they're updated like every month. So like I didn't race CP races for... Oh, there goes the 6th place driver in the BMW. And now there's another one that followed him in the Porsche. He pulls right in and he gets the bumper from the Ferrari. Man, this is pretty fun to watch. Wow, now he's off the track, hits the wall. That just was my car, the last car that passed him there. I've never raced the Lamborghini in the wet before, so I had no idea what the spec. And believe me when I say it doesn't handle anything like the BMW is. It was, there we go. Just on cue. I held my spot, waited, And that's how I started my race. First lap. I'm already behind the 8 ball. Thomas Ortez started the race third. It's a cool looking Porsche right there. Behind him is the McLaren of Siteman. Third, Mahada. Fourth, I don't even want to pronounce that name. I'm sorry. Sigadia. Driscoll, fifth. Wagner, LF, Dykes. This guy, I think, qualified last. This guy qualified last. He made it all the way up to 9th. Wow. This guy started at the back, I think. Swanson in the McLaren. Oh, no. Swanson in the McLaren, yes. Jay Baroni's in 911. 11th. Let's check back here. I forget what lap it was, but I had a Ferrari spin out at one point. That's R. Silva in the Audi right in front of me. Springer is already in the, as you saw, he was struggling really. He's already in the pits. There's the Ferrari of Harry Dodd. He's probably my main competitor in this race. See, he looks like he already scuffed up his front end a little bit. There's your where's your leader? No, there's your leader. He's pulling away from the field, as you see. McLaren, Audi, they're holding 4th. Driscoll holding in 5th. That Audi's real cool looking. I like that paint job. LF in 7th. Dykes is in the pits. Swanson, McLaren, Robinson, Carrasco, Mercaro, Baroni's has dropped back to 9th now. See, let's go back and see what happened to Dodd here. So Dodd's running in 14th place. He's doing pretty okay. So you see Baroni's just dropped there from 9th to 10th. Got 2 Ferraris back to back there. There they go. He's got a Porsche behind him. Oh, that's what happened to him. Boy, that sucked. Sorry for my language, but wait, watch, there's more. I'm going to slow this down. More to come. So, he pulls out. All right. This is a lesson right here if anybody's watching. You don't loop back around the track like this to get back on the track. What he should have done when he's right here, turn his wheels to the guardrail. And then you turn your car where I don't know if you can see my cursor. I don't think you can, but you have to do a U-turn towards the inside wall. Instead, he does this. It's just a calamity of errors. Watch. Right here, he should keep turning the way he is now. And then he changes his mind. And he turns back the other way. And now he is in a horrible position. I guess you can't imagine what's going to happen next. I see him thinking he's going to be holding, and I should have made better decision making, but I don't. I should have. I don't know why I did what I did. I don't know whether I got panicked or whatever. Let's see if we go inside my car. I made a huge blunder. I don't make a lot of these blunders, but this was a bad decision. I didn't think he was going to move. I was going to go around the grass and bam. And if he did, like I just said, we wouldn't have had this issue. See, right now I'm not, he's in the blind spot, so I'm not, at this point, I am not, I'm a little worried. So I'm letting off the gas a little bit, as you see. Now I'm really letting the gas, and I'm trying to father the gas and the brake. The reason why you see me go back, gas back up, because I'm having a hard time slowing down. I get gear down there, and once he pulls into where I'm heading, and there goes another SA point down the drain. But, you know, it is what it is. Big Natty says I need to practice more in the rain and the dark. I'm not very good in either. That's what this was. Rain and dark. I didn't know that this was a rain dark race when I went into it. I didn't pay attention to what it said. It just said 1 hour race, no pit. Ortiz is just screaming away, building a huge lead. This guy did really well. Oh, that was a McLaren that just spun out right there. He was in second place. Extremely slick. This was really slick race. It said greasy. I think that's what it said on the race when I was racing. Let's see if he re-enters. He re-enters in a pretty good spot. He's got a car behind him, but he's just sunk probably 4 or 5 spots, I think. I probably should have tried. I didn't know it was going to rain the whole race, so I didn't use a wet chassis. I just used a dry chassis with rain tires. And on some cars, the wet chassis feel pretty good. So there he is. He just dropped 5 places. So here I am, 15th place, 18th place driver's gone. There's Silva. He's quite a ways in front of me. He just had something go wrong there. Some of these guys have some nice paint jobs. Just coming under the bridge he is. That's the distance behind I am. Bronies, who ran his way up to like 8th, has now dropped back to 12th. These two guys, Dodd and Trail, I spent most of the night racing around. But now we're down to 17 drivers, and here's Carrasco. Good race here going between the Ferrari and the Porsche. I did way better on this track. I didn't do that good, but I did better on this track in the BMW when we did that endurance race back like 3 weeks ago. The BMW handled the rain much better than the Lamborghini. Nice clean pass right there. Very nice clean pass. Oh, wow. Goes a little off there and gets back on. Let's see if he loses momentum. He's going to have that McLaren up on him. I like that powder blue on the McLaren. The McLaren is Matthew Swanson, Sawtooth Racing. His best so far is a 2:22.130. More than a second faster than me, but now I've caught up to, I should say, W. Owens has caught up to D. Trail. Just forgot, usually when I announce these races, I just call myself by their driver name. There's Dodd, who slowly started catching up to us. When I got behind this guy, I had a couple of chances when I got close and I was ready to pass, but I was kind of afraid to pass him because I didn't feel super steady, and I just was trying to hang back a little bit. Big Natty says, yeah, one day I'm going to pay someone to make 3 nice liveries for my McLaren. McLaren is a cool car. I like the way the view looks from the inside. So I had really 3 mishaps. I had that spin out in the beginning, and then I had when I ran into that Ferrari, and then later I had a spin out. I forget what happened, but so my rule pretty much is if I have 3 spins or major 3 spins or major runoffs or impaired anybody's race or a contact, usually what I'll do is I'll retire, because I see here I had a chance to go even with him, but I lifted way off. I just didn't want to pressure him going into a corner like that. And it's not my chemical makeup to be a person that, like, I don't want to see opponents or people that are opponents to do poorly on my behalf. Like, somebody goes off the track, generally I'm like, oh man, too bad they did that. Like, I prefer to root for the people that I'm racing for. Not root against myself, but root for those people. I don't root for them to do bad. And I'm not into like trying to like that. I could have forced that guy into something. I don't like to drive that way. So usually it's something like that. I back off and just wait and be patient. take a look. As you see, already we're going from 18 to 15 drivers. Ortiz is just running away with it. There he is, pretty much by himself. That cool looking Porsche. This guy was just owning this track. There's Driscoll. His best was 2:15, which is 7 seconds faster than me. Ortiz 2:13, just screaming fast, so much faster than everyone else. There's Siteman. LF, Wagner. Pink Porsche is hanging in there. We did lose one guy that his name was similar to this. He's gone. This guy in the Lexus is still hanging tough. Robinson in 7th. We just lost another driver. See, this is a tough track. People are just giving up. To race this track for an hour is not that easy. People start having mistakes, issues, runoffs. They hit the guardrail, and then they just leave. There's the blue McLaren still hanging in there. There's Silva. I'm still trailing behind Trail, and Dodd in the Ferrari is bringing up the rear. I had a pretty good race with Dodd and this guy. There's Dodd, just came around the corner now. And there he made his mistake, and I was able to capitalize. And I started pulling away, and I started trying to go faster and faster. And after I'm looking at this, I'm seeing my map was in 1. Maybe I should have upped my map and made less power. Maybe I should have put the map on 3 next time. You know, maybe it would have been better to have less torque. It was kind of nice because I had 2 drivers that were kind of like around my skill level, I felt. And so I wasn't like totally by myself. I like that. Makes it more fun. There's your leader. 2nd place, the Audi now. Siteman, LF, and the Lexus. Pink Porsche behind him, right there. Another Lexus. This Lexus was in 3rd or 4th and now has dropped back. Another lot of Porsches. Porsches are very popular. This guy who had dropped to 12th is now 9th. Behind him is Swanson in that light blue, powder blue McLaren. Sylvia. There's Trail, who's keeping up with me. Team Spotify Racing. As you see too, the Ferrari is slowly catching up to us. But I think we're moving along faster. I was moving along much faster once I got by this guy. You see, I'm starting to pull away from him a little bit. But soon... Whoa, man, he got loose on the curb and then into the grass there. Easy to do. Look at all that water spray. Big Natty says, when I watch races while I'm working and I see you racing, I root for you, my man. I'm a Willie Owens fan's boy. Thanks, man. I need all the help I can get, that's for sure. So I appreciate... Oh, boy, we just ran off there. What's cool about this guy, I think he ran off, but he didn't just blow the turn, I don't think. Watch. Let's go back. I appreciate that, Big Natty. Let's do the overhead. Did he? Let's see what he did. He went all over. Well, I guess he did cut the track a bit. Yeah, he might have gained some time actually there. I've been doing some racing at different various places rather than just race in one place. And if you're interested, I don't know if you're available Friday nights. There's a Friday night race, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday night. And there's been about 3 of us in it. This past week, it was Stefan Buckley, Peter David, and then prior weeks, Bruce Hopkins has been in it too. Usually there's about 10, 12 cars on Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. They do like a half hour, I think, practice. Something like that. And then to race. There's Dodd. See now, look, if Dodd and I both didn't, if I didn't have that mess where I ran into Dodd and Dodd didn't spin out, he'd be way, way farther ahead, and I'd probably be farther ahead as well. But the more screw-ups you make, you just keep losing time every time you screw up. And he's just starting to reel in the number 909. Look at that look at that water spout off the back of that car. And also, it's starting to get darker. Let's take a look at the leader. Screaming fast. Look at that. 213, 210. How does this guy do that? The group that puts on the Friday night races is called GT Meister, like a German, like Meister, like Meister Brauer beer or something like that. And it's a pretty casual group, and it's all mixed age. It's not just older people. People are pretty friendly. There's in these seniors, there's a room called like other racing or something like that, and I put a link in there to that channel. But if you want, tomorrow or later tonight, if I remember, I will send you a link, Discord invite link to that group if you'd like me to. I've known them I've known these guys since like around May, I guess. And then like I'd race with them maybe once a month or something, but I'm going to start racing there every Friday because they're trying hard to build up their league, and they really are a nice group of people. Well, this guy's really catching up to me here. Oh, that's the see, I got out of his way. That's the leader. He just lapped me. I don't know how I fell back. I missed that. How did I fall back behind? Here we go. There's trail. Ooh, he went off there. See, I didn't have nearly as many runoffs as a lot of these people. I just had 3 huge errors. Hitting that guy really cost me. And then, I had a big boo-boo going into turn 1. I will. Definitely. And I suggest, look at how many times is this guy gonna cut the track? Wow. Or is that the same one? Maybe that's the same time because I backed up. I like his name though, Dusty Trail. I might do some of their replays for that league. Maybe I could do some advertising for them on Facebook like I do for these seniors. Because it seemed like when I was posting in the various groups on Facebook, I got quite a few clicks, and I noticed East Seniors got a whole bunch of new recruits from it. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Wow, I had a nice gap on him there. Wow, you see now Dodd has almost caught up the trail. I think he was much faster than both of us. Let me see. Let me look. 225. Trail's best. This guy's 223. Mine was... Oh, wow. Mine. I was thought mine was 225. Mine was 223 as well. I think this is where I screwed up. Yeah, look at that. Look at this, guys. Oh, man. Yep, that's what's coming at me. I just held my spot. And rather turn to the grass, I turned to the outside of the track to turn around. So there goes the 11th place that I was fighting so hard for. That really sucked. I was trying too hard to extend my lead. Now you see, here comes the leader now. That's how I got lapped. We're going to speed this up a little bit. Still 13 drivers. See if there's any close battles. Got a nice battle behind this guy between the Porsche and the McLaren. We're going to crank up the time a little bit. because we're already into 45 minutes. I wanted to keep this to under an hour video. Whoa! The nice thing about the high speed like this, we could try and figure out what that car. There we go. I want to see what happened to him here. He did the same thing. He just went right around. Oh, no! Why didn't he... He just caused that other guy to wreck. That is not cool right there. That wasn't cool at all. I'm going to slow this down to show what the McLaren sees. And he came right on the track. And the McLaren reacts and ends up sliding to the inside. Look at that. He should have held his position right there. That was BS. The McLaren totally got screwed there. So that was Baroni's that did that. Big Natty says, I was in Octane on lane racing too, but chaotic for me. Too many cars on track. Haven't touched race room in forever. Yeah, I raced race room like once and I just didn't capture me. It was free, it was a free download. I tried it out and it didn't really grab me. Somehow, Trail who's that in front of Trail now? Let me see. Okay, so that's Dodd got in front of Trail. Let's go back. I want to see how. Probably spun out. Oh, he went off right there. Very respectful way. Both of these two guys raced very respectfully. There goes the leader. And one of the guys I was talking to before the race and said he was an older guy. I think it was Dodd. There's the leader. It's going to pass Dodd. And now Dodd and Trail are going to go at it. I love covering these guys in the back. I always enjoy that. Maybe it's just because I'm the guy that's in the back, you know, so I always really enjoy watching the guys that, you know, they're just much racing as the guy in first and second, you know. Let's speed this up just a bit. Down, 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 down. Bam, ba bam, bam, bam. There we go. That's what happened to him. And that's how he lost his position, unfortunately for him. And notice we're also down to 13 drivers out of 18 now. I just see it's getting darker and darker and darker. Those are some ominous clouds right there. This leader is pretty much dominating everybody. Audi's still holding in at second. Lexus third. This guy from the beginning, he was about fourth, I think. There's the pink Porsche, still hanging in there. Porsche. Porsche. Powder blue McLaren still hanging in there after he basically got hosed by that Porsche that pulled back on the track. And he's doing pretty darn good to be where he is. Big Natty says, all right, buddy, got to hit the sheets, got to punch the clock in the morning. You have a great night and look forward to invite the GT Meister. Take care. You have a great night too, Big Natty. Thank you so much for stopping and saying hi. Appreciate it. Sawtooth Racing. I like that name. 218 this guy's doing. This guy's also doing. This guy's doing 220 in the McLaren. 219. This guy's made less mistakes doing 220. 218. 217. 215. 216. Last place driver, 224s. I was doing 222s. Dodd, 221. Something happened to this guy. He just dropped couple spots. Audi's still hanging in there. Lexus. Pink Porsche in the fifth. McLaren's still hanging tight, but he dropped back a little bit, I think. Dodd's about straight in front of me. So out of 18 cars I've lasted, I haven't passed a lot of cars, but you know, I was having fun and getting good experience. There's Trail. Who's that just right in front of him? That's the fourth place driver and the third place driver. Wow. They're running pretty close. Let's skip ahead just a bit. Okay, so he's third. Something happened to this LF guy. Let's skip ahead. See what happened to him. Went wide here. And See he has somebody all over his tail. Okay, so that's for position right there. These two guys. Two Lexuses. We're gonna speed it up a little bit. This race is running way too longer than what it was. A 1 hour race, but I didn't really want to stream for an hour. Okay, so there's where he lost his position. Lexus does pretty good in the wet, it seems like. Audi's still in second. Two Lexuses. 3 Porsches, McLaren, Porsche. Audi, Ferrari, Lamborghini. You see Trail retired. So down to 12 drivers now. I went way over, let that guy by. I believe this is for position. Slowly getting, let's stop a second. I want to see. So that's 7th place, 8th place, and right behind them is Swanson. Ooh, he spun out. He lost 2 spots. Look at that. That was nice of the McLaren to make plenty of room. Very sportsmanship-like of him. Whoa, that car just passed him like he was standing still right there. That's the leader. It's ridiculously fast. No real good fights right now. Let's jump up a little bit. Something. Oh, Baroni's went in the pits. He must not have enough fuel. Some of these guys must not have started with enough fuel. Wow, his ABS is 9 and traction control now. And what was my ABS? My ABS is 3. What happened to Silva? Silva must have also needed gas. So a couple of these guys didn't plan out. There he goes in the pits. That's what happened to Silva. He didn't have enough gas. His ABS is 10 of 11. Maybe that's the secret that I didn't know. Hey, this guy's ABS is only 5. But his map, look at his engine map, 8 of 10. So he just lapped the 7th place driver. There's Silva. Dodd's still in front of me. He looks like he's gaining on someone. It's a purple Porsche. He was running in 5th place. As you see, I picked up a lap on Silva because I didn't need to pit. He's back on the track again, but he lost so much time he was not able to make that time up. Pretty much after I made my 3 mistakes after that, I just kept it on track the whole. I didn't have any of this like these guys are doing. I just kept it on track the entire race. Much slower than them, but it is what it is. There's the 911. Still hanging in there. LF, Alexis, Wagner in the Porsche, Robinson, and now you see Dodd also pulling in the pits. Not enough fuel. So I picked up another position. I'm assuming that's what the issue is. No fuel. Yep, there he goes. It's a Porsche versus the McLaren. With only 2 laps to go. Like I said, this was a competition night. If you have ACC, some of the races on the competition nights are very good and worth doing. Some of the races are very clean. They have them every single night. You could race 3 of them a night. If you're in Europe, it's in your time zone, the 3 or 4 races. If you're in Asia, 3 or 4 races. North America, it's all in your time, so you race in that time zone. Unless you use like probably a service that changes your IP number, you could race in all these races every night. You know, if you have a VPN, you probably could race in the European races. Not sure exactly how that works. You see the leaders on his 26th lap. Or going into his 27th lap, and he's just about done. There's Dodd. Letting the faster cars go by. That was the pink Porsche. He is 5th in the car in front of him, so he's trying to run down that car in front of him. I just see this is the last lap. Or we're going into our last lap, maybe. That's probably what it is. No fireworks yet, just yet. There's your leader. That's it for him. The battle is between these two guys for fourth and fifth. Robinson has retired to the pits. He's already finished, I guess. He was too many laps down. That's how it finished right there with 12 drivers. And I managed to get myself a top 10, which I'm happy about. I lumbered through the entire 1 hour with this Lamborghini. It was a struggle, but I I did it. And these were a really good group of drivers to race with. For the most part, everyone was very clean, courteous. I had the one era where I hit a guy that was basically parked on the track. But other than that, I had a good time. I think I lost one. I think I lost 1 point. Let me look real quick. I'll look at my stats real quick here. Well, I dropped 1 point to 91, and I gained it back 1 point, I think. And it hasn't registered my competition points yet. Update it. Yeah, no, maybe tomorrow will show up. So as you race those races, you get competition points. The higher you finish, the better points you get. But anyway, thanks for viewing, and have a great night till we see you next time. Take that off. We're not starting soon.